Hello everybody, so this is our second video in the series. Now we want to show the user interaction from Alex's point of view. And again, Alex has access to Project Obsidian. Project Obsidian is a secret project on our organization. Only a handful of people know about this project. And the idea here is to show how we can protect the data from Copilot interaction using Purview. So again, we're looking at Alex. We're logged in as Alex, as we can show here. And we can see that Alex has access to the SharePoint site called Project Obsidian. This is where we're keeping all the files related to that project. As you can see that all these files have a label applied to. A label has encryption, and we're going to show that on the future videos how we create the actual labels, how everything works. But thing to remember here is, as you can see, the documents related to Project Obsidian have a label on it. They are protected, they are encrypted. So what happens if, let's say, Alex went on vacation, he just came back from vacation and needs to get a summarize of where we are with Project Obsidian. So here we are in a Copilot interaction. Again, we logged in as Alex, and he's going to ask a simple question. Summarize Project Obsidian. Simple question, right? So what Copilot returns is the results from those particular files. As we can see on the reference here, the project Obsidian overview, that's where we're getting that information. One thing to notice here is, like we mentioned before, that document is protected with a sensitive label. But we didn't stop there. As you can see that the response that we generated from that document that has that sensitive label now is protected as well. So all the information that you see in the screen is protected, it's encrypted. Okay, we protected the information throughout. So if you ask Copilot a question, Copilot's going to use one of those files to return the answer. If those files are protected, the response from Copilot is protected as well. Okay, we can look at our reference here if you want a little more information on the file itself. That was used to generate the response. As you can see that the project has a protected label on it. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to ask the same question, right? And this time from Diego's point of view. Now Diego does not have access to Project Obsidian, but he heard about it, he's curious about it, he wants to know more information on it. So if Diego asks the same question, summarize Project Obsidian, will Diego get the same results? And the answer is going to be no, but let's take a look at that next. Okay, so now we are logged in as Diego. So let's take a look here at Diego. So we log in as Diego, and Diego does not have access to the Project Obsidian files. He does not have access to that secret SharePoint site. So we can come here to SharePoint and go to a Project Obsidian, and we're gonna see that no, he cannot reach that page. He does not have access to that particular site. So I'm just showing you that. So I can show you now what happens if Diego asks the same questions as Alex did. Remember, Alex had access, so Copilot was able to return the answer, but Diego does not have access to Project Obsidian. So what happens if you go in and ask the same question? Of course, Copilot is going to return, I'm sorry, but I can't find any detailed information about Project Obsidian. He cannot find any detailed information because that information is not available for Diego. That's how we protect the data from Copilot. So how does the magic work? How do we set that up? That's what we're gonna see in the future videos, is how can we set that up to make sure that our data is protected. Only the people that should have access to the data have access to the data. Make sure we're not over provisioning access to the users. Make sure that the users have just enough access to be able to do the job. In the same token, we are protecting our company's information. So let's take a look at that on our next video.